Okay, guys, welcome back. My name's Redmissed, and we're going to play a little bit of gameplay for you today. We do have the PCC, as I'm sure everyone is aware. I'm doing quite well because I've just opened up the game. I'm going to have to turn off my title matches because I kind of like to just sort of grind through. I'm actually able in the top 500 right now, but we are only sort of 4 hours into the competition. I only like to use title matches until the point of getting into a good position, and then I kind of just try to maintain that position. I will turn on title matches again if I sort of start to fall back too much, because I would really like to get this Brie card. It's really going to beef up my team a whole heap. I'm just going to quickly sort of go through and show you a couple of days ago, obviously in the team event, we done quite well. We managed to get into just under 20 points, but unfortunately we did have a guy that didn't contribute to the team whatsoever. So if anyone is happening to watch this and you are kind of pushing the borderline of Survivor tier, you feel free to join. This is sort of the team breakdown. We all pushed pretty well. We were all sort of nicely working together, but unfortunately there's one guy that didn't play whatsoever, so he is going to be out of the team, and we're going to be looking for someone else that's sort of pushing just as much as we are, so that we can possibly start looking at getting that Survivor card, and see how things go. We're doing quite well in the game in general. The new King of the Ring, unfortunately, that is going really badly. We've lost 2 of our 3 games, so we're just going to sort of top up, because also with the PCC going on right now, everyone's going to be running full energy all the time, so if you don't have full energy, you're not going to win it. I'm trying to go for kind of a 5-man band, but with fairly decent divas, so hopefully I can knock out a few wins there. But I'm kind of more relying on my tag team and my singles to win the games for me. I've dropped down my 2 Dean Ambrose just to legendaries, so that I can, hopefully get some easier opponents and have a better chance of getting into that finals and getting that elusive Survivor card, because, well, who doesn't want a Survivor card? So I'm going to jump into a couple of games and sort of show you what I'm playing. I'm trying a sort of 4 legendary 2 Survivor team at the moment. It's working really well for me. Now that I've decided to start recording, I guarantee you I'm going to lose like 20 games on a trot, but hopefully that's not going to be the case. So we're going to hopefully get a few wins for you. Power's really not a good game for me, but I'm going to try anyway. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. Because of course, the one time you won a power game, that person's decided to level up the power on Daniel Bryan. Nobody levels up power on Daniel Bryan because he's so bad on power, but of course this one guy did. So unfortunately this is probably going to be a loss for us. Of course it is, after saying that the team is going really well. But unfortunately that's the way it goes. As soon as you hit that record button, you get a streak of bad games. So hey ho, never mind, let's keep on cracking on. I have not long got my Survivor pool, and I've been really unlucky with my Survivor pools. My first one, I went and pulled a Survivor ladder, so that basically went in the bin. My second pull from the board, I went and pulled a Survivor Kendo stick, so again, that's pretty much gone in the bin. I haven't got rid of them, obviously, they're still sitting there, but I don't bother using them really. I have taken out the Epic Manager card that I normally use, and I've put the ladder in because I've been finding that in this, it's been working really well for me actually. It's managed to sort of win a couple of games, especially seen as like a lot of people right now are running Daniel Bryan. So I tend to find that if you get a speed game, if you knock that ladder on, I would say a good 7 out of 10 you're going to win, unless the other card procs and you don't, which is really useful. As you can see just there, that game was actually a pretty easy game. He didn't have anything major in his deck for us to worry about, and we were sort of lucky enough to get that Diva win, which was pretty standard. So that's not too bad. I think because I kind of went through, I think I'm not going to make this video too long, to be honest guys, because I'm going to have to sort of knuckle down and start grinding in on the competition. So I think once we've finished doing that, I will sort of start making a few longer videos maybe, especially if people start liking the videos, maybe hitting the thumbs up button, start subscribing, then obviously I'll start making longer videos once the fan base is there and I'm not just sitting here talking to myself like a crazy person. So I think we'll play one more game and we'll call it a day, I think, because as you can see, I'm able to knock the games out pretty quickly as well. So even for people that don't spend money on the game, you know, unfortunately you've just got to put in the time and the effort. So obviously for people out there paying money and using title matches, if they're playing just as much as you, you're never going to do anything. But if you just keep on grinding down, pushing it out and dedicate some time to the game, you're going to be able to get some really good cards. And this is why I do use title matches, because obviously I want to stay in those top zone, but I don't use them all the time, because obviously I kind of just push out the games, and then if I'm starting to fall too far back, I'll pop them title matches back on and I'll grind with some title matches a few times. The main trick to PCC is you need to find a deck that is going to win. So I could quite happily go and put in all of my best cards, so my Divas are the best I have at the moment, but I could quite easily switch out the Rock and Shawn Michaels and go and put in my Ric Flair and, like, say, Dolph Ziggler, and make my team a lot better, go back up into Survivor Plus and try playing there. But then the problem is with that, I'll have 3 event cards, so I'll start running into a lot of people that are running The Rock and Undertaker. They'll have Kalisto, they'll have like maybe the Ric Flair or the Roman Reigns, the Jack Swaggers. So it makes things a hell of a lot harder, because you're going to have to worry about what people are running. The reason I dropped down is because by coming down into Survivor Plus, I just kind of have to worry about people, like, you do get the odd Ric Flair and stuff that pop up, but most of the time the cards that you're going to be expecting to see are going to be like Daniel Bryan, because he's fresh to the PCC scene, the Kalisto, because obviously people were able to grind out them cards, whereas the things like Ric Flair, they couldn't, because they're the PCCs, people don't have time. So you've kind of just got to, by coming down, they're the sort of the main two big cards you're going to have to worry about seeing. But the majority of the time people run normal survivors. And I used to do the same thing when I was down in the lower stages as well. I would run sort of 2 good cards, and then I would change the other 4 to the cards that would work well for me. So, for example, if you was in Legendary, when I was in Legendary, I would have, say, 2 Legendary cards, and then I'd run 4 Epic cards. And 9 times out of 10 it would work, because you would end up dropping yourself back down to Epic, and you would end up being, you would be playing in a lower class, but you'd only just be playing in a lower class. So quite often your Legendary cards would fight the Epic cards, and you're almost guaranteed 2 wins, and then your third one is kind of a case of going off of the basis of down to luck. So if you was unlucky and you lost one of your games, the other card you'd be fighting, like I do, a Legend Pro with a Legend Pro, an Epic Pro with an Epic Pro. So it's a little bit touch or go if you're going to lose, but it's just a little tip that I like to use. It works really well for me. Maybe it'll work really well for you. So, hopefully you can knock it out. Anyway, guys, that's going to be the last game for me. So, again, my name is Redmissed. Hit the like button, the thumbs up for me, and hopefully subscribe, and I shall talk to you guys soon.